Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to my channel, and today we've got a very special coming up. This is Nebelburg. It's a new grand final beta map. The hero for us today, playing in the Strv103B, is the Free Marshal. I haven't seen this map myself before. It's a new map for me. I don't know very much about it. But straight away we can see he is kind of looking to his spot where he wants to go, and since he is in the Strv, it's quick, it's fast when it's in travel mode, it's stealthy, so he's unlikely to get spotted. Again, we all know the mechanics of this tank. You have either travel mode or you've got the siege mode. In travel mode you're maneuverable, you're quick, you're agile, you're fast. Once in siege mode you're slow as fuck, but this is okay, because once you're in siege mode, this gun is like the most accurate in the game. It has the highest DPM. I think the British tier 10, the Badger, is just a tip higher DPM, but I'm not sure about this. But again, just very high DPM. Shoots APCR standard, very high penetration. This is just an overall very nice sniper. So he's gonna do the typical sniper spot. Sniper's roll. He's going to a sniper spot and trying to get some damage done. And he spots a super conk straight away, but he doesn't get spotted himself since the low profile and the high camouflage of this tank. He does not. What he's doing here is pretty interesting. He's tracking him, but that means he's got to use his repair kit, so he does. And then he tracks him again. So now he knows he's stuck because he just like literally used his repair kit to repair his one track. So now he can just use this amazing DPM to keep him still in place, keep firing over and over and over into the tracks. Just take this guy down. That's already one kill. Just started the battle. One kill already happened. Again, this gun, it's just lightning quick in aiming. Like, it doesn't matter. Once you're in siege mode, this is almost no aim time, and the accuracy is amazing. Alright, he's got a new target now. He's aiming from it. And there's AMX-50B, the heavy tank. He bounces off. God knows why this tank has no armor, but apparently it does. So he goes for the more smarter thing, goes for the turret. Because he's above, the angling doesn't matter, it's basically flat, goes straight through like a hot knife through butter. Again, just check out this DPM, just focus on it, it's ridiculous, like every 5 seconds or something. And there we go, calculated the blind fire, hit him, killed him. The bad jet thinking about the auto aiming, then he turns it off, turns it on again, hits it, now he turns it off, goes for the aiming shot, and I don't know why this shot missed, he just aimed a bit low I guess, it dips and he misses. And now he finds a Russian medium tank, and we all know no Russian bias in World of Tanks, but the tracks ate this shot. Of course they did, because hey, it's Russian. So he's just doing the typical sniper thing, to be honest. Just sitting down in the bushes. He's not spotting himself. He's just letting the team do the work, spotting for him, racking up the damage, taking down the tanks. So momentarily he has, because he's not spotting himself, he has nothing to shoot at. So let's just talk a bit more about this tank, yeah. So we know it's agile, we know it has good camouflage, and we know the gun, well, we just seen it, it's ridiculous. So what more about this tank? The armor is very interesting. Oh, we'll come back about this in a second. He just spot 2 more targets. He doesn't really have a clear shot to these targets. He found the bad shot. Because APCR, the bullet velocity is so high, basically don't really have to give any lead, and yeah, you're just racking up the damage again. But anyway, the tank, yeah, what was I saying? Because of the armor, it's very well angled backwards, so this means you can bounce, but there's a thing in World of Tanks called the overmatch mechanic. If the caliber of the gun is 3 times higher than the actual armor thickness, it doesn't matter where you hit it, you will always do damage and penetrate. So for example, this tank, I think it has 50, oh less than like 40 millimeters. So like 105 mil guns, 100 mil guns will definitely bounce. But once you've got the Russian tanks like with the 122 mils, starting at tier 6 and 7 already, it doesn't matter if you face a KV, what is it, like the IS for example, tier 7 with the 122 mil, only 175 pen it will go through, overmatch mechanics. If you've got, for example, the Russian medium tanks with the 100mm guns, well, if they press 2, they will go through. But if they don't press 2, what they most likely will do, they will bounce off because of the ridiculous angling. So, of course, everybody just when they see this tank and they know they can't overmatch the armor, they'll just press the 2 key twice and get through with 30mm of penetration because reasons, and just go through it anyway. So yeah, this thing basically has no armor, only against tier 6 or 7 tanks, what it's never going to meet because it's a tier 10. So, since that's out of the way, let's go back to the battle. No Russian bias again. Yeah, he's bouncing a bit here, but he's still racking up the damage. He's just trying to find a good shot. It's kind of behind a rock or something. And now he finds the new Polish tank, the tier 10, the 60 TP. Has pretty good upper plate armor, as you can see here, and the turret is like a monster. But the lower plate is pretty weak, to be honest, and the side armor is okay. Especially these kind of ranges with this angling, but well, it's not like an IS-7 or something. So again, you should start upper plate. It's pretty well angled. It's not really thick or anything. It's just very well angled backwards. And well, he of course with his 105mm cannot overmatch anything because Swedish. So now we see him going into the travel mode, and you can see the thing is ridiculously quick once it goes forward and gets some momentum going up. And it will get momentum. The power weight ratio of the thing is ridiculous again. So it's basically like a light tank destroyer hybrid-ish. What can we say? It's just a good tank. Everybody loves the siege mode. Everybody likes these mechanics. Well, not everybody, but most of us do. And we can see this is a very experienced player. He knows where to aim. He knows when to fire. He's pulling behind the bushes so he doesn't get spotted. He has only been spotted once, I think. No, he hasn't even been spotted yet. That's how stealthy he is. And he is using very well the game mechanics of the bushes and everything. So you can see him going to a more forward position because the teams start to whirl down a bit more. About the teams, by the way, it's different than your regular match. There's like 3 sections, spawn 1, 2 and 3, and every spawn has like their own battalion / group of tanks. This doesn't mean, of course, if you spawn at 1 you can't go to 2 or spawn 3 and fight over there. But like they just divide it up in sections, I guess, and you see the percentage of the teams, what's left, and the amount of kills. So they're behind now. Not by much, but they're still behind on the score list. Here we go, he spots a new target. Trying to find a shot. Aiming for it. He can't get a clear shot, he's probably behind some rocks or some rubble. So he's just thinking right now. He's kind of hesitating what he has to do. You can see that he went up the hill, down the hill, sees a target, and here we go. He spots the arty. It's the bat chat. And again, arty is not a good sign for this tank. It's a pain in the ass. I guess thing will be obliterated by artillery shells. That has basically no armor, so this is like a big shoot me magnet for artillery. And he spots an E3. So he moves forward, again behind the bushes so he does not get spotted, but it's just a bit too late. Not sure if he went to travel mode he would have got the shot off, but probably not either. A fraction of a second too late. But that's fine. It's too far anyway, it's gonna pull back. So again, with this tank you really have to watch out for the big caliber guns and for high explosive shells. This thing does not take high explosive shells very well. And especially not from the British tier 10 tank destroyers, the Death Star or the shit barn. You see a lot more recently since the Death Star has been removed quite a while ago. Well, not really been removed out of the tech tree. If you got one you still have it. But that's not the point of this video. It's all about the Strv103. Yes, Strv103. And the new beta map. So what's more about to say about this map? It's big, a lot of tanks, a lot of concealment, so it seems like in the middle there's more of a medium tank fight, and up north is like some kind of town. Haven't seen the town yet. It's more like the typical heavy tanks will go to probably. And you could see the medium tanks and heavy tanks came here, but he just picked them off one by one because you had so much concealment over there. You could just take shot after shot after shot and shoot him up the ass or whatever. Racking up the damage, racking up the kills. This was just easy, but now the easy part is over. He has to do something himself now. Nobody's gonna spot for you anymore, buddy. Now you gotta do it yourself. And since you're in the Strv1, STRV, you gotta watch out with these tanks because there's E3s and a shit barn. And since the E3 has a big enough caliber gun, I think it's a 155mm. It can basically overmatch this tank anywhere where it's firing. But that's not the point. Here's the ship barn. And you see what he's doing? He's looking at his spotting circle. He's pulling back. So he knows now he fires. He tracks him. He will not be spotted by the FE. Because this will mean, like, if he's firing hash, it's over. Or, like, almost over. And this is a good move. He's loading HE. And we can see it went right through the turret. And why is that? The ship on, well, the name says it, it's shit, and it's as big as a barn, has only 8mm of armor. So these HE shells will basically like just go through anywhere on the turret. And you can't really miss a turret, especially not with this tank. So now the ship on is taken care of. He only has to deal with a few more tanks. 2 dangerous tanks though for him. Again, the E3s, big caliber guns, AP shells will and do overmatch this tank. Anywhere, side, rear, front, doesn't matter. It's just a big shoot me target, and he does not have a lot of health. So by just taking a few shots of those E3s, maybe one artillery shell, he's done. So he has to watch out, of course. But the good thing about this again is the speed. I mean, he can just scoot around the map wherever he likes to go. The stealthiness means he's like, as long as he's in cover with some bushes, he probably will not get spotted, and especially not by an E3 since it's big and lumbering slow, so he will spot him before he will be spotted. So that's basically, I think that's what he's going to do right now. He's just going to find the bushes, high ground, so he can spot. Going up to a better position, because staying in front there makes no sense since he didn't spot anything there after the FE, didn't spot the E3s. So he's engaging siege mode again, trying to find some targets. He's using a camo net and premium consumables, so it gives him like the crew a bit extra bonus for camouflage. And we can see the RT firing blind, because they were thinking like someone was here, but thank God he just arrived here and not before, or else he would have taken this shot. And that will give a very different outcome for him in this battle. So he's just sitting here right now, trying to spot. Probably thinking about the E3s coming. One was on the hill, the other one hasn't been spotted yet. No idea where he is, could be anywhere. They could of course also be camping. Like, yes, he's a bit of a... Well, he's camping, kind of, but not really. I mean, he keeps moving. And there we go, E3. And now comes the skill. You see what he's doing? Behind the bushes. Cannot look through the bushes. Waiting. He's not firing, because he knows if he fires now, E3 will just retreat. But now, there we go. Shows the side armor. And now the artillery, that's a very well shot of the RT. Tracks him, and this means the STRV can just keep pounding him down into the tracks. Shot after shot after shot, and done. He killed one of them. That's very good news. But where's the other E3? That's the question right now. I mean, he has seen his buddy die, and well, basically all of his buddies die there, so I have no idea why the E3 will go there. And oof, we've got a Russian mid. We all know what that means. Well, not an awful lot to be honest now, since he's so far away, he will not be spotted. And he's on low health anyway, so he's going forward. He aims for the shot, and straight up the ass! Well done. But he's too quick, so he escapes. And this can give trouble, since he's gone now and out of few range inside, and he does not have a lot of teammates left, so God knows where this Object 430U is going. With that big gun. Again, overmatching. Is it gonna overmatch? Yeah, it's gonna overmatch, pretty sure. 122mm? Yeah. So now he spots the E3 and is behind, and here comes the camouflage in, yeah? He has not been spotted by the E3. Look how close he is. Look at this. Okay, there's a rock in between, but still. And he's gone. So, one thing I do not understand. Why are you still in siege mode, Mr. Marshall? I mean, I get it, you want to fire if he comes here, but he moved forward, so it's probably smarter to go into travel mode. And now he has been spotted, he realized, okay, gotta get the hell out of here. Going forward, and there's the E3, and now comes the bad thing. Bang! The overmatch mechanic. Doesn't matter where the aim goes straight through, but this thing has such ridiculous mobility that he's outmaneuvering another TD, going behind the ass, and I don't know why the RT did this shot, because, well, this Strv1 was pretty close. And he doesn't really need his help now, because he's got him tracked, he already used the repair kit properly, he's stuck, RT fires again, detracks the other side again. The E3 is basically hopeless now, sitting like a sitting duck. Just practice shooting, to be honest. And here comes the enemy RT. You just see the amount of damage artillery does to this tank. It's ridiculous. And again, got hit again by RT because he's camping so hard. No, just kidding. So you can see his health after like one shot of the E3 and 2 artillery shots. What I just talked about before, in the beginning of this video, You really gotta watch out for the artillery shells, and you gotta watch out for the big caliber guns. I mean, look what it did. 1 shot of the E3 and 2 shots of the RT. Well, 2 minutes, look at the timer. The RTs both hasn't been spotted yet. There's no chance in the world that he's gonna win this. He realizes this, and it ends in a draw. A fucking draw. You gotta be kidding. After all of his damage, everything he has done, it ends in a draw. Well, anyway, this was the new ground battle beta map. The Nebelburg map. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just please subscribe to my channel. It really helps out the channel. Like, comments, whatever. Give me any feedback. I don't mind. I'll take the feedback up. And I hope to see you guys next time.